You ever get a call in the middle of the night that just feels wrong? Like, before you even answer, your gut is screaming at you to ignore it. I should have listened. Whatever you do, never answer the phone at 3:33 a.m. I never believed in all those weird internet horror stories. 3 a.m. being the devil's hour? Total crap. Or so I thought, until last week. It was Thursday. I'd just pulled a late shift at the gas station and got home around 2:30 a.m. I remember checking the time on my microwave before collapsing on the couch, too tired to even make it to bed. The static hum of the TV played in the background as I drifted off. Then it happened. My phone rang, loud and sharp in silence. I jolted awake, heart pounding. 3:33 a.m. That exact time, the caller ID just said, "Unknown." I hesitated, thumb hovering over the screen. I don't even know why I picked it up. Maybe I was too groggy to think straight. Maybe it was curiosity. Or maybe something else made me do it. I answered, and there was nothing, just dead air. No, not dead air. There was something faint, a wet, gurgling sound like someone trying to breathe through a crushed throat. Then a whisper, so soft it barely sounded human. "Don't look behind you." I froze. I didn't turn. Couldn't. My whole body locked up like I was paralyzed. The phone slipped from my hand and hit the floor with a dull thud. The TV had gone black. Not off, just black. The static was gone. No sound. No picture. I was sitting in a room of total silence. And that silence, it breathed. I swear to you, I heard it breathe. Long, slow, shallow breaths, like someone inches from the back of my neck. I finally turned. Nothing was there, but the room didn't feel empty. It felt like being watched. I picked up my phone. The call had ended. No voicemail, no record of it even happening. I thought maybe I'd dreamed it, until I looked at the wall clock. 3:34 a.m. The next day was off. I kept seeing things out of the corner of my eye. A figure, always just at the edge of my vision. Every time I turned, it vanished. I thought I was losing it. Sleep deprived, maybe some delayed stress kicking in from overwork. But then the voices started. Muffled at first, garbled like a phone call underwater, but always at exactly 3:33 a.m. It didn't matter if I turned off my phone, put it on airplane mode, or left it in another room. It still rang. Same time, every single night. And each time I'd hear a new whisper. "It's almost here. You let it in. It's wearing your skin." I stopped sleeping. Coffee and energy drinks kept me upright, but my mind started to fray. Shadows moved in ways they shouldn't. My reflection didn't always copy my movements. Sometimes it smiled when I wasn't. 3 nights ago, things got worse. Instead of a whisper, the voice screamed, a piercing, bone-cracking shriek that blew out my phone speaker. I dropped the phone and ran outside, barefoot and panicked, into the cold night air. And then I saw it. Across the street, standing under the flickering street lamp, was me. Same clothes, same tired eyes, same panicked expression. But there was something off. Its skin looked stretched, like it didn't quite fit right. And its mouth, oh God, its mouth hung open, wider than any human should be able to open theirs, like its jaw was dislocated. Then it grinned, a slow, twitchy grin that kept growing. The jaw kept creaking open until the whole thing split into a yawning void. And then it raised its hand and waved at me. I called the police. They found nothing, said no one had been on my street, no footprints, no camera footage. But that night, when I finally tried to sleep, I woke up at 3:33 a.m. Not from the call this time, but because something was under my bed. I felt the mattress lift, just slightly, like someone was pushing up from beneath it. Then a whisper, inches from my ear. You should have listened. It's now the 7th night. I've barricaded my windows, covered all the mirrors, burned sage, prayed, everything. But I still get the call. Tonight was different, though. The voice wasn't a whisper. It wasn't gurgling. It was me, a perfect copy of my own voice. It's done pretending. Answer again, and it will take your place. I threw my phone in the microwave and nuked it, shattered the screen, melted the circuits. Didn't matter. At 3:33, my landline rang. I didn't even know I had a landline. I don't think I do. It just rang and rang and rang. I couldn't help it. I picked up. This time, there was no whisper, no gurgle, just breathing, slow, deep, inhuman. And then a soft, scraping sound, like something being dragged across my floor. I turned toward the hallway. The door to my bedroom was open. I live alone. The last thing I heard before the line went dead, I'm already inside. If you're hearing this, if somehow this message reaches you, don't answer, don't listen, and whatever you do, never answer the phone at 3:33 a.m. because once you do, it knows your voice, and soon it will wear your face. If you're listening to this, I'm still alive. But I don't know how much longer, because whatever was on the other end of that call, it's in here now. The second I heard those words, I'm already inside. Something shifted in the room. Not like a noise or a movement. No, it was deeper than that. It was like the very air changed. It thickened, hardened. Every breath scraped against my throat like inhaling smoke. And then, the silence. Deafening, suffocating silence. No cars outside. No hum from the village. Not even the usual creak of my old apartment floorboards. Just nothing. I stood there, clutching the dead landline phone, eyes locked on the hallway where my bedroom door now stood ajar. I hadn't opened it. I never leave that door open. I should have run. I should have screamed. But instead, I whispered, "Who's there?" A creak from inside the bedroom, like someone shifting their weight on my bed. I moved like I was in a trance. Each step down the hallway felt like it took a lifetime. My breath came in short, sharp gasps. My vision tunneled in toward that open door. The light in the hallway flickered, buzzing unnaturally. Shadows danced across the walls like fingers reaching for me. I pushed the door open. Nothing. My room was empty. But the sheets were rumpled, indented, like someone had just been lying there. The closet door was cracked open an inch, just enough to show darkness inside. I reached for the closet. My fingers trembled on the knob. One pull, one breath. I flung it open. Empty. Oh, it looked empty. Until I leaned closer and saw them. Two faint glowing red dots. Eyes. Inside the back wall of the closet. I fell back, choking on a scream as the dots vanished with a soft skittering sound, like nails dragging across wood. Something had crawled deeper into the wall. It was hiding in the dark, watching. I don't remember much after that. I think I passed out. Or maybe something else happened. I'm not sure anymore. All I know is I woke up on the living room floor with blood on my shirt and claw marks on the inside of my front door. And it was 3:33 p.m. 12 hours later, my phone was lying next to me. Screen shattered, still vibrating. A missed call, unknown number, and a voicemail. I didn't want to listen, but I had to know. I put it on speaker. My own voice answered, but it wasn't me. The tone was off, stiff, robotic, like someone mimicking my voice, but missing the rhythm, the soul. They believe I'm you now. You shouldn't have answered. Click, I screamed. That night, I called my mom. She was hesitant, cold, said I'd already called her that morning, that I told her not to worry, that I was going away for a while. I hadn't called her. Not once. I begged her to FaceTime me, to look at me. She finally agreed. When the call connected, I saw her eyes widen in horror. "Who is that?" she whispered. "What do you mean? It's me." She started to cry. "No, you're not him. He's standing right behind you." I turned dash. Nothing was there. But the screen showed someone, a figure behind me. Not just a shadow, a copy of me. It stood still, smiling wide, its head twitching in jerks like a corrupted video file. Then the call cut off. My screen shattered spontaneously, lines crawling across it like spider webs. I was alone again, or so I thought. I rushed to the bathroom mirror. I had to see myself, make sure I was still me. At first, I looked normal, pale, shaken, tired. But then, my reflection blinked out of sync. My eyes twitched, but the mirror version didn't. Then it smiled. I didn't. It raised a hand and pressed it against the glass, as if reaching through. I stumbled back, tripped over the sink cabinet, and cracked my head on the tile floor. Darkness. I woke up in my bed, fully tucked in, clothes changed. That's the worst part. I don't remember doing it. Something had undressed me, laid me down, tucked the sheets under my chin like a child. I checked the time. 3:32 a.m., a minute to go. I grabbed my bat from the closet and waited. Every light in the apartment was on. Every mirror covered. I wasn't going to take any chances. The clock ticked. 3:33. The lights flickered. My phone, now somehow repaired, buzzed on the table. Unknown caller. I didn't pick it up. Not this time. I let it ring. But then my TV turned on by itself. Black screen. A grainy image appeared. It was me, standing in the hallway, same clothes, same posture. But something was off again. My eyes were glowing faintly red. And on the TV, the fake version of me slowly lifted its hand and waved, just like it did that first night. Then it pointed, not at the screen, but at me, and whispered, "You're the echo now." The TV shut off. The phone stopped ringing. I collapsed to my knees. I've been recording this message over and over, trying to make sense of what's happening. But every time I hit playback, the audio is distorted. My voice gets lower, slower, inhuman. I've tried sending this to friends, but the file won't send. My messages never deliver. Emails vanish. I've tried leaving town. Didn't work. Every road loops back to my apartment. I drive for hours, and I always end up at the same stop sign, the same broken billboard, the same crooked tree. It wants me here. It's keeping me here. I think it needs me alive, for now. Last night I saw it again, outside the window. A dozen copies of me, all standing motionless in the street. Same face, same clothes. All of them smiling, all of them watching. One raised its phone and held it to its ear. My phone rang. 3:33 a.m. This time, I didn't even look at the screen. I threw it out the window. It didn't matter. My laptop turned on. A Zoom call started by itself. Incoming request. ME. I shut the laptop, yanked the cord, screamed. But when I turned around, my reflection in the darkened window smiled again and spoke, not with lips, but with my voice from inside my head. Almost time to switch. I don't know how long I've got left. I can feel it now, crawling beneath my skin. Every day I feel less like me. My memories fade. My voice sometimes doesn't sound like mine anymore. I found an old photo today. Me and my brother. Except I don't have a brother. But he looked exactly like me. Same eyes, same face, same scar above the eyebrow I got when I was 8. I flipped the photo over. One word was written in smeared black ink, replaced. And now, tonight, the lights are flickering again. The whispers are louder. The clock reads 3:32 a.m. And I just heard footsteps behind me. But I'm alone. I haven't picked up the phone. Not yet. But I think it doesn't matter anymore. If this message reaches you, please, tell me. What do you think it wants? What happens when it finally replaces me? Have you answered the phone at 3:33 a.m.? Let me know in the comments before it's too late. To be continued, watch out for part 2. Part 2. Coming soon. It took my face. Now it wants my soul.
Yeah.